good.
Not Bishop, Younger.
Huh? Right next to the other? On the end, the second row?
In 10 years, we got away, right?
Next year for 10 years. Getting old.
There you go. I believe so. 30.
Or is it set like 4 or something? So,
Good morning. Would you bow your heads and pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, we ask for your almighty hand to be upon all those who graduate today. Bless their lives from this day on with goodness and love. Help them to stay true to their dreams, to use the gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and love. It is in your name that we pray. Amen. Will you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Simso Quinn, and I'm the president of the Upper School Student Council. On behalf of the class of 2016 and Frederica Academy, I would like to welcome you to this day of celebration. It has been a long journey to get to this point, and it feels like yesterday that we were leaving middle school and heading into the upper school. These 4 years have gone so fast, and I'm so thankful to have a wonderful group of classmates to experience it with. We are so thankful for the teachers, faculty, and coaches who poured countless hours and encouragement into us. Your efforts help us accomplish more than we ever thought possible. The many life lessons you shared with us prepared us for our next phase in life. Finally, thank you to all our family and parents who have supported and loved us through every step of this journey. Thank you for always being our biggest fans, counselors, teachers, and encouragers, and for showing us love through it all. We would not be here without you all. Thank you again to everyone for coming to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2016.
Good morning. My name is John Thomas. I am the head of school here at Frederica Academy for not yet one full year. It has been my pleasure to begin and end this year with this class, a wonderful, unique blend of intelligence, creativity, athletic ability, and great humor. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to our celebration and to reflect on last evening and remind you that here they are all present. You made that. Good work. And as I reminded you to be grateful, and last night you expressed that so beautifully to your families and friends and your parents at our baccalaureate dinner. And finally, as I warned them to be careful, which is always a great thing to say as we head off on our various journeys. Thank you for being here. We look forward to the presentation and addresses that follow. I'd now like to introduce faculty member and alumni, Tom Willis, for the Ties That Bind Awards.
We give the Benefield Award each year. It's named after the founder of our school, to a graduate who completed 13 years at Frederica, kindergarten through 12th grade, And I just want to say that the reason why I'm giving this is because I, too, received the Benefield Award. This is 30 years now. This year will be our 30-year class reunion. And when you grow up at a place, spend your entire memorable school career at a place, you get a fondness for it that you really don't understand unless you're one of those. It's kind of like the house you grew up in, and you have fond memories and great times. And these kids who are receiving this, they remember this place. They have know things that have happened here that a lot of people don't remember. They were here before this building was built. They were here when this was the playground where you're sitting. The woods were right there, and just a lot of fond memories and stories. I'm going to share one with you that I think you might find interesting. I like to keep some of these memories alive. Back where the baseball field is now, when I was in school here, was a big lake. And often when we get together in our reunions, we talk about that lake and things that went on. We had a teacher when I was a kid, a science teacher. He threw a big hunk of sodium in there, and it exploded and threw water on everyone. And it was quite dangerous. I think he was fired the next year. But the point is, some really cool memories. And another one about that lake that we talk about a lot is in middle and high school, the PE coaches would make us run around that lake. It was, I don't know, maybe a half a mile run. And there was a section of it on the far end where you had to run through a cemetery. And there's a cemetery over there, if you didn't know. And I always thought it was weird, even like as a 12-year-old kid, that, isn't this strange that they're making us run through the cemetery and we have to do it every day? And you know, as a kid, you're afraid of a cemetery. We'd always sprint through the cemetery. That would be the fastest leg of that circuit. I always remember feeling like there was a ghost chasing me, and I would sprint through there. Just some crazy times. And so these kids have a lot of great memories, and I know they'll enjoy those the rest of their life, talking about those. And I just want to congratulate them for their dedication and their commitment and their loyalty to our school. And they deserve a big hand. When I call your name, Mr. Temple here will give you your award. Lucy Brooks. Jackson Capes. Nick Harrison.
All right.
Manning Mercer. Darren Pickren. How about one more big round of applause for the Benefield Award recipients? There's one other recognition I want to bring up. We like to recognize, it's called the Ties That Bind recognition. Recognize a graduate from Frederica who has a son or daughter who is also graduating from Frederica. So 2 generations at Frederica Academy. And that today goes to Pete Owens and Josh Owens. Pete, can you stand up where you are? Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. There he is. And Josh, yes. I want to tell a quick story about Pete. Not a bad story. Pete, I've known Pete and his sisters, Susan and Ann, for longer than any other human being outside my family. When we moved here, I was 4 years old, And we lived for a time with Pete and his family while they were building our house in Brunswick. And so I got to see Pete grow up from a 7-year-old kid then. I think I was 4 and he was 7. And we ran around together and had a great time. So I got to see him grow up and graduate and go off and become successful. And then I got to see Josh do the same thing. And Josh was a fantastic kid and one of the best astronomy students I ever had. And it's just great to see. So one more big round of applause for that family. Congratulations.
It's my honor to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2016, George Nicholas Steelman. Could you please stand? Only in an introduction of Nick Steelman can you find quotes by Clint Eastwood and Confucius. Nick, you're a unique mixture of the old and new at our school. How much have you changed since we first met in the 8th grade? My first year, your first year. How much has your class changed in 4 short years? How much has the school changed since you arrived on campus as an 8th grader? Nick, I have a unique perspective because I remember you as the 8th grader trying to fit in, trying to find your niche, trying to be you and still impress all the personalities with your middle school wit and charm. Yes, Nick, I know your classmates voted you most likely to succeed, but I would have voted you most transformed. Notice the words I use. It's not the most changed, but the most transformed. Words are very important to me. You need to know the precise meaning in order to understand and appreciate their power. Everyone talks about change as a necessity. Look up the word on Brainy Quotes. 5,000 pithy quotes are pulled up. My Nick, how you've changed, is too vague a phrase. It could be good or it could be bad. It could be patient or impatience. Clint Eastwood said, sometimes you have to see change for the better, and then you take that change into your own hands. That is a transformation. A transformation means that a change has happened because of a plan that was followed. It's not a miracle, it's not luck, it's not a whim. Your transformation has been the conclusion of a logical plan you laid out sometime in the 9th grade. Nick, I still see the 8th grader you were with the paper everywhere, shirt untucked, late to class, every day. Smart as a whip, lost in a whirlwind of activity. Now I see you standing with our community, transformed, and all of it through hard work and your desire to become your own version of a scholar. Star student, president of the National Honor Society, AP Scholar with honor, Service Council member, cross-country runner, baseball player, STEM club member, Furman Wofford Presbyterian scholar, all transformed from an 8th grader who could not get to the end of the hallway without leaving a trail of debris behind. My original introduction was simply about how much you've changed since I met you. But I will tell you the day that that theme of my speech evolved from change to transform. You probably don't even remember this. You were interviewing for some scholarship, but you arrived early. Your shirt was pressed. Your tie was correct. You had belt, shoes, smiling, prepared 5 minutes early. My mind flashed to a scene from the 8th grade lunch where I was yelling at you, and then back to that moment. And I thought, genuinely, how Nick has transformed. He's changed with a purpose in mind. Confucius said they must change often who seek constant wisdom. Everything Nick does has the element of trying to push the envelope to gain wisdom or skill. He's transformed into an impressive scholar who still finds new and different ways to test his skills and talents to transform our community. Nick will continue his education at Olin College of Engineering in Massachusetts. Olin has chosen one of our brightest, and Nick has chosen his school of best fit. If you could please stand and applaud the accomplishments and transformation of Nick Steelman as I turn the podium over to him for his salutatorian address.
Thank you, Mr. Temple. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. When I was first tasked with writing a speech about how my classes progressed through the years, I found the task particularly difficult. Many of the salutatorians of the past were here since day one. They were able to talk about how they grew up alongside their classmates since they were children. Unfortunately, I, having moved here just before the start of high school, do not have this privilege. Others may talk about the superiority and prowess of their class. I will not. My class has never been the genius grade, the athletic grade, the popular grade, or even the nice grade. And we've never tried to be. However, we have a certain quality about us for which I would not graduate with any other group of people. And if you're not looking closely, you might miss it. Now, when I first came to Frederica in the 8th grade, after moving from New Jersey, I wasn't sure what to make of my class. It was a large change, moving from a public middle school with a class size of 400 to Frederica, a tiny southern college prep school sporting a school size of 400. With its size, I feared I wouldn't find anyone that liked me. For the first couple months, I was afraid that I wouldn't fit in and that my time at Fred would be spent in isolation. However, time went on as it does. I forgot about my fear and settled in, made friends, and lived the normal life of a teenager. Unknowingly, the days moved by at frightening speed as my class and I grew and progressed through high school. My revelation came suddenly recently during AP Literature, one of Frederica's larger classes. As I scanned the room containing over half my class, I came to a realization that I never thought would occur in my academic career. The realization was I knew everybody. Now, I don't mean the trivial I know them where we've spoken a couple of times and, I'm acquainted. I mean something deeper. I mean that through the years, we formed close personal bonds with each other unlike those formed at a normal school. Whether through study sessions at Wake Up or Starbucks, late night bonfires, hours and hours of Call of Duty or Minecraft, countless workouts, long evenings spent on the baseball field, or just through miscellaneous conversations during school days. Unknowingly, I had become incredibly attached to our ragtag yet amazing grade through the many great times that we've shared in these short but irreplaceable 5 years. This is what makes our class special. That in such a short time, we can create unique experiences and bonds that between each individual and their classmates. And this tiny bubble, this school where we have matured together, where we've played together, succeeded together, failed together, and learned together. This place has allowed my class to form a bond that cannot be found anywhere else. It seems almost unreal today. Those foreign faces that intimidated me what seems like just a few days ago are suddenly these familiar faces that I can't imagine leaving. It seems that as we have grown up in high school, these people have grown to be a part of me. Although I am ready to begin the next phase of my life, I will never forget the class that made my time in high school special. I feel privileged to have people in my life that will make leaving so hard. Once again, I would not graduate with any other group of individuals. Thank you.
Christian Sullivan, will you please stand? It's my pleasure to introduce the class of 2016 Valedictorian, Christian Michael Sullivan. Applause are necessary here. Christian, I think I'm going to direct my introduction to you and not about you. Christian, the mission of Frederica Academy is to maximize the potential of each student and prepare him or her for college and adult life through the development of mind, body, and spirit. One of 151 Georgia Scholars, Georgia Certificate of Merit, AP Scholar with Distinction, and 10 AP courses and exams mastered, Harvard Book Award winner, Furman, Wofford, Center, Presbyterian College Scholar, 3 Teachers Awards, National Honor Society, and Valedictorian. Just by standing here, Christian, you have excelled at the mission of the development of your mind. You've been involved with the sailing team and its captain for the last 2 years, as well as a cross-country runner in the upper school. You've carved out time in your schedule to be part of our community in so many ways. Literary meet, Model UN, math team, STEM club, nightly news, and the Science Bowl. You have immersed yourself into the fabric of our school, and the body part of our mission statement is clearly a priority in your education. The third part of our mission, the spirit, is what inspires my thoughts about your career on this campus. The spirit component of our mission is the hardest part to quantify. Does it mean community building? Does it mean integrity? Does it mean leadership? If it does, you've accomplished this. Honor Council President, Student Advisory Committee, Student Council Treasurer, Frederica Ambassador, devoted son, voted best big brother, altar server and trainer, integrity, leadership, community, and family. However, as this is my observation of you, I believe you best exemplify the spirit component of our mission with the word effort. Sophocles said that success always depends on effort. The great runner, Roger Bannister, said, "The man who can drive himself further once the effort is painful is the man who will win." Christian, you are intelligent, you have character, but what impresses me and your faculty the most is your sheer effort to do the best in all that you do. No shortcuts, no special requests. The work just gets done. As a 10th grader, you requested AP Biology and Pre-Calculus honors, so we just had to add AP US History just to make the schedule even possible. Some of you were concerned in the faculty that it was going to be too much. Christian, you excelled. In your junior year, AP Calculus and AP Physics became the regimen. I wrung my hands and worried, and you conquered the schedule without one complaint. This is the spirit that makes me shake my head and wonder, how do you do it all so well? At Frederica Academy, we give effort grades in the middle and upper school. The scale goes from 1 to 5. A 3 means the student is doing what needs to be done in order to be a success. A 4 means the student is making the rest of the class better on a daily basis. A 5 means the student should be the teacher's sub. Christian, I give you a 5 in effort in your time on our campus. If I go down next year, can you be my sub? Because I know the work will get done well. I have a cool set of keys. If you need them, I'm sure you could fix a few of the concerns that I have. Winston Churchill said that continuous effort, not strength and intelligence, is the key to unlocking your potential. I give you the highest compliment I can give anyone. Your work ethic and your integrity are the best I've seen. You impress me and your faculty every day. Christian will continue his education at the University of Georgia in the honors program next year. Christian, your accomplishments are the result of your intelligence, your character, but most importantly, your effort. Can we all stand and applaud the effort and spirit of Christian Sullivan, valedictorian of the class of 2016.
Good morning. On behalf of the class of 2016, I would like to again welcome you all and thank all of you for attending our graduation on this it's fine right now, I think, May morning. Today marks the culmination of the last 13 to 14 years of our lives. Finally, really. We have completed our education at Frederica Academy and are more than ready and eager to embrace the next chapter in our lives. However, we would not be receiving our diplomas today without the endless support and guidance we have received from multiple sources. The faculty and staff of Frederica Academy have mentored us and taught us valuable skills that will aid us in our future endeavors. The collective group of the family and friends of the class of 2016 have guided us and provided us their tireless love and support. Whether it is helpful advice about college or a humorous story about their lives that leaves us laughing for the remainder of the day. Again, speaking on behalf of today's graduating class, I would like to thank the collective group of people who have influenced our lives and molded us into the people we are today. This day possesses a myriad of different meanings. It is a day of joy, a day of thankfulness, and for many, a day of nostalgia tinged by the blue hue of sadness. Most of all, this day is a celebration of our past accomplishments and of the bright future that awaits us all. Today marks the beginning of our foray into the dynamic, constantly changing world. As we part to follow our individual paths, we will encounter bold and exciting opportunities. Already, we have all chosen a college or university to attend, which ranges from our home state of Georgia, go Dogs, to the American South, to as far north as Massachusetts and as far west as Missouri. It is our duty to take advantage of these intriguing and eye-opening opportunities as they present themselves or as we find them. However, even if we fully accept the challenges presented by these opportunities, these actions alone are not enough. The world is a crazy yet interesting place. As many of our older, more experienced family members and friends will tell us, they lived in simpler times, walking uphill both ways in the driving snow on the way to school. We face a different world with complex things such as Snapchat and self-driving cars, in which a phone is always in our hands. These often humorous observations remind us to be adaptive to any situation that we face, even if it is as simple as your go-to restaurant discontinuing your favorite meal. We must be able to adapt as our surroundings change. Because the world is random and chaotic, we must be able to respond to disorder and become guiding forces within society. We must create balance where there is none. In the past, parents simply taught their children how to walk. As parents, we will have to teach our children to walk while surfing the internet on their iPhones. It's going to be a real struggle. By creating our own sense of personal balance, we must change the world actively. Just because we feel satisfied personally by watching Netflix all day does not mean that our world is complete. We cannot sit passively in an inner tube riding the river of life to our final destination. For if we do, someone will swim behind us and flip us over with sadistic glee, or we will be caught in a bottleneck farther down the river, accompanied by other like-minded individuals who just wanted to let the current carry them out. The earth requires our intellect, our strength, and our talent to save it every day. We can be the greatest generation that will fix our current problems and leave the world cleaner than we found it. We can and will work harder, be stronger, run faster, and stretch out our arms farther to reach something comparable to Gatsby's green light. For the class of 2016, our green light must be satisfaction with how we change the world, the hope that we have improved the quality of life for all citizens of Earth, and most importantly, that we have done everything within our power to help our fellow human beings. The worst, unpardonable crime we can commit is indifference. William Shakespeare observed in his play, As You Like It, that all the world's a stage. It is now our turn, as the most recent graduates of Frederica Academy, to perform on the world stage and make this world a better place. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of this wonderful and beautiful day.
Good morning. I am Manning Mercer, president of the class of 2016. I want to begin by thanking you all for gathering on this special day to celebrate the end of one chapter and beginning of the next. We have shared so many memories together as a class beginning in pre-K all the way through lower, middle, and upper school. From 8th grade Carpe Vitam, where we hiked through the mountains together, to our class retreats at the beginning of each year, to our free periods where we would set up beach chairs on the Sea Island Green to study. I think it's safe to say many of our memories were made in the outdoors. Upon deciding our gift to the school, many options came to mind, but when one idea surfaced, thanks to Miss LaValle, it was obvious it was the perfect gift. Therefore, on behalf of the class of 2016, we present to Frederica Academy a back porch swing with its own A-frame to be placed at the back of Sea Island Green. We hope students and other members of the Frederica family will take advantage of the swing to enjoy our beautiful Sea Island Green and Corn Hall, whether it is seniors relaxing during their stage of senioritis or freshmen as they intensely study for their history quiz, or lower school siblings waiting for the 3:20 bell so they can finally go home with their older brothers and sisters. This year's gift is given in memory of a strong and admirable woman who has impacted not only our class, but classes before and after us. Vicki Paladin loved the outdoors, sports, and especially the Frederica Academy nights. Our hope is that all who enjoy this swing will remember Vicki's legacy and her love for Frederica Academy and being outdoors. So as we begin this new chapter, we would like to thank Frederica Academy and its faculty for the memories and for preparing us for the next step. We hope you enjoy the swing and cherish the beautiful campus and island in which we are so blessed to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Manning. Mr. Thomas and Ms. Bean, move forward for the moment everybody all been waiting for the presentation of the diplomas and the Bibles. Cameron Grace Anderson. Brooke Ashton Bourne. Lucy Manning Brooks. Claire Clement Lucille Candler. Jackson Dylan Capes. Caroline Clara Carter. John Dawson Covington. Emily Brooke Crosby. Sophia Marie DeSola. Adam Kent Eckerd. David Titus Gardner, Jr. Alexis K. Harmon. Nicholas Houston Harrison. Matthew Alexander Hicks. Michael Devin Higgins. Hampton Page Singletary Jenrette. Francis Hunter Levitan. Manning Claire Mercer. Sims Claire O'Quinn. Joseph Lawrence Owens. Darren Brantley East Pickren. Braden Blake Royer. Preston Alexander Simmons. George Nicholas Steelman. Maya Alexandra Tubia Stuckey. Christian Michael Sullivan. Kim Malik Jawan Tatum. Sally Diana Tollison. Brannon Hollis Veal, Jr. Jacob Wesley Wiggins.
Members of the Board of Trustees, family and friends, on behalf of the faculty of Frederica Academy and according to our standards for graduation, I certify that these now presented graduates have succeeded in their course of study and are officially graduates of Frederica Academy. Would you please rise? And take with your tassel, which is on the right side, and move it over to the left side. Turn around and face this crowd, the class of 2016. Now turn back around, and on the front row are representatives of our newest senior class, the class of 2017. Right in front of you, let us greet them. And now I invite our group of students to come forward to lead us in the singing of the Alma Mater, which the words are in your program.
Walking out.